Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, 49ers! Evan Ingram, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Watch 10, watch 10. Quick the edge. Come. Kill. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Big grip.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Dawson tacks on the point after, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On first down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jeremy Curley. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Operating from the gun, Herbert. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Switch. Check. Crunch.
Here's Jacobs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 49ers 34-yard line.
Following allowing the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
2nd and 6. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. 3rd down here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Hey, stand up.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it out for Olsen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 26. Check 26. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Switch.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 36-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Jumper. Go now. 50.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Check the backer. He's coming. Hard. You got tight. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here we go.
Give him 32 on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Alert 3.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on, QB, come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking me
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We got three.
Mahomes now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Yellow. Check, 43. Oh, here we go.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and
10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a sack from Mitch Unrein.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Check it out, 49, check 49, check 49.
Let's go, Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. A deep ball for Ellington. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Gurley on 1st down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And Ingram hauls it in. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. Evan Ingram. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Now here's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly. And that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. The 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Bruce Ellington, 67 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Dawson for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Yellow, are the little lady? They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 4, check 4. 15.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Big stop, let's go. Show it up, show it up. Hey, watch that. He's coming. Double up. Look at me. Go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it's 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Jim. Go. Watch the twist.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. A deep ball for Ellington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bruce Ellington. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Gurley again here on 1st down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. That one complete to Anderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ready? Stick the oar. Ricky. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill. Hey, Sam off. 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And an alley to run. Past the 20. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 50 yards. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point try now for Dawson. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Broncos 26, 49ers 18.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.